Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be taking a deep dive into one of our own portfolio companies,
Okay.
a real powerhouse in the world of respiratory devices.
Yeah.
We've been partnered with them for over 14 years,
Wow.
and their journey is incredibly fascinating.
I completely agree with you.
Um,
They really have carved out a unique space for themselves.
we're talking to BMC Medical,
Okay.
a company that's not just making waves domestically,
Right.
but also expanding rapidly on a global scale.
What's really captured my attention with them is how BMC Medical has gone beyond just manufacturing respiratory devices. They've created this entire ecosystem around respiratory health.
That's right. They've been around since 2001.
Okay.
And they've systematically built up a comprehensive portfolio.
Wow.
We're talking home care solutions, medical devices, consumables,
Yeah.
and even a platform for chronic disease management.
It's like they've anticipated the full spectrum of needs someone with a respiratory condition might have.
Yeah.
And they're not just stopping at the Chinese market either.
Right.
Their reach extends to over 100 countries and regions.
And they're not cutting corners to get there.
No.
BMC Medical has earned certifications from major regulatory bodies.
Oh, wow.
The NMPA in China, the FDA here in the US,
Okay.
and the CE mark for Europe.
Those are some of the...
These are some of the most stringent quality and safety standards in the world.
Absolutely. They're a testament to their commitment to quality. And it really allows them to compete on a global level. In fact, they're one of the few Chinese manufacturers to successfully break into some of the most demanding healthcare markets in the world with their home use.
Wow.
Non-invasive ventilators, places like the US, Germany, Italy,
Yeah,
and even Turkey.
that's remarkable. Speaking of global impact,
Yeah.
how do you think they navigated that major shakeup in the market?
Right.
With the Philips Respironics recall.
That was a defining moment for BMC Medical.
Really?
I remember speaking with one of their executives shortly after the recall, and they described it as a chance to really step up and prove their capabilities. You know, they worked tirelessly to ramp up production and ensure they could meet the surge in demand,
Okay.
and it paid off.
Yeah.
Market share jumped to an incredible 17.7% globally in 2022.
They really seized that opportunity
They did.
and solidified their position as a key player.
Absolutely.
Now they're the top domestic brand in China
Right.
and a serious force to be reckoned with globally.
For sure.
But I think some people might assume that their success is solely due to offering lower prices.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment?
Not at all.
Okay.
While it's true that their pricing strategy, particularly in China,
Okay.
where healthcare coverage for these devices is still developing,
Right.
gives them an advantage,
Yeah.
their products are anything but cheap in terms of quality.
In fact, they rival industry giants like ResMed in terms of performance and features.
So they're really hitting that sweet spot of offering high-quality, reliable products
Absolutely.
at a price point that makes them accessible to a wider range of people.
Exactly.
It's a powerful combination.
For sure.
And their commitment to quality and affordability
Yeah.
isn't where it ends.
Nope.
They're also investing heavily in building their brand,
Makes sense.
especially in China.
Yeah.
It's not just about selling products.
Uh-huh.
It's about building trust and a lasting relationship with their customers.
I agree.
What's interesting is they're taking a multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
They're segmenting their channels for online,
Right.
offline, and even doctor referrals.
They understand that a brand is about the entire experience
Yeah.
you deliver. That's why they're going a step further and establishing a network of experience centers and service points across the country.
Okay.
It gives people a chance to interact directly with the products.
See how they work
Yeah.
and really understand the value BMC Medical brings to the table.
It's smart.
Yeah.
It's not just about telling people how great your products are.
Right.
It's about letting them experience it for themselves.
It builds a deeper connection.
Yeah.
And it fosters trust.
And that commitment extends beyond just sales.
For sure.
BMC Medical is constantly pushing the boundaries of innovation, pouring resources into research and development.
They've had some exciting projects in the works.
They've got some really exciting projects in the works. I know they're developing next-generation ventilators
Yeah.
and exploring innovative technologies like mesh nebulizers.
Those mesh nebulizers are particularly interesting.
Yeah.
Unlike traditional nebulizers that use compressed air,
Okay.
these use a vibrating mesh to create a fine mist of medication.
Oh.
This means they're quieter, more portable, and can deliver medication more efficiently.
So it seems like a much better way to do it.
It's a perfect example of how BMC Medical is constantly looking for ways to improve the patient experience.
They're not content with simply keeping pace with the industry.
No.
They want to lead the way.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about the devices themselves.
Right.
They've also developed sophisticated data cloud platforms that allow for remote monitoring and personalized support for patients.
This is a game changer.
Yeah.
These platforms can track things like patient usage,
Okay.
therapy effectiveness, and even potential issues with the devices.
Wow.
It's all about proactively supporting patients
Right.
and ensuring they're getting the most out of their treatment.
It's a testament to BMC Medical's understanding of the evolving healthcare landscape.
Absolutely.
It's not enough to simply provide a device.
Right.
You need to provide a holistic solution that empowers patients and keeps them connected with their healthcare providers.
It's a truly patient-centric approach. They're going above and beyond to make a real difference in the lives of people with respiratory conditions.
This has been a fantastic overview of BMC Medical's journey so far.
It really has.
It's clear they're a company on a mission, combining cutting-edge technology with a deep understanding of patient needs.
What's fascinating is how they're navigating the complexities of different markets.
Right.
They've managed to secure a foothold
Yeah.
in some of the most challenging healthcare landscapes,
Wow.
while also making significant strides in emerging markets.
They're truly a case study in strategic market penetration, adapting to regulatory hurdles, pricing nuances, and cultural considerations.
And their commitment to innovation and patient care suggests they're just getting started.
We'll be right back after a short message with some deeper insights into their strategic moves
Okay.
and what the future holds for BMC Medical.
Sounds good. Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
We've been discussing BMC Medical.
A company that's really making its mark in the respiratory health space.
They've come a long way since their founding in 2001.
Right.
It's been fascinating to unpack their strategic journey, especially their global expansion.
One thing that's really impressed me is their commitment to staying ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
They're not just reacting to market trends.
Right.
They're actively investing in research and development to drive innovation.
Absolutely. Their pipeline of next-generation ventilators and exploration of new technologies like mesh nebulizers really speaks to that commitment.
For example, their next-gen ventilators are being designed with advanced algorithms that can personalize therapy based on individual patient needs.
Wow.
It's a level of sophistication we haven't seen before in this space.
It's like having a personal respiratory therapist built right into the device.
Exactly.
And those mesh nebulizers.
Yeah.
I mean, that technology has the potential to revolutionize how people take their respiratory medications.
Absolutely. They're quieter, more portable, and more efficient than traditional nebulizers. And BMC Medical is right at the forefront of this innovation.
It's clear they understand that true innovation goes beyond just developing new devices.
Yeah.
They're also thinking about the entire patient experience.
For sure.
Which is where their focus on building a strong brand comes in.
Their segmented approach to brand building in China is particularly noteworthy.
Yeah.
They've recognized that different channels require different strategies.
Okay.
They're tailoring their messaging and outreach for online platforms,
Okay.
offline retail, and even leveraging doctor referrals.
It's a smart move.
Yeah.
It recognizes that a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work in a diverse market like China.
Right.
They're meeting their customers where they are.
And their investment in experience centers and service points shows they're not just focused on making a sale.
Yeah.
They're focused on building long-term relationships with their customers.
It's about creating a sense of trust and community,
Exactly.
which is so important when it comes to healthcare.
Right.
Now, BMC Medical's success isn't happening in a vacuum.
Oh.
They're operating in a market with some pretty established players like ResMed.
That's right. But what's impressive is that they're not shying away from the competition.
Yeah.
In fact, they're benchmarking themselves against the industry leaders and constantly striving to improve.
I was looking at some of their product specifications.
Yeah.
Things like pressure range, noise levels, and additional features.
Okay.
And they're right up there with, and in some cases, even exceeding their competitors.
They're not just aiming to participate, aiming to lead. And they're doing it by focusing on key areas like affordability, accessibility, and innovation.
Their pricing strategy, especially in China,
Right.
where out-of-pocket costs for healthcare can be significant is a major advantage.
It is.
It allows them to reach a broader population
Yeah.
and make these essential devices available to those who might not otherwise be able to afford them.
It's a powerful example of how a company can balance commercial success with social responsibility.
Right.
They're making a real difference in people's lives.
And they're focused on developing data-driven solutions.
Yeah.
Like their cloud platform for remote monitoring and personalized support further reinforces their commitment to improving patient outcomes.
That platform is a game changer.
Oh, really?
It allows healthcare providers to monitor their patients' progress remotely,
Okay.
adjust therapy settings as needed, and even proactively identify potential issues before they become serious problems.
It's about empowering patients to take control of their health.
Right.
And giving healthcare providers the tools they need to provide more personalized and effective care.
It's a truly win-win situation.
Yeah.
Now, BMC Medical's global aspirations don't stop at China.
No.
They've made significant inroads into other key markets like the US and Europe.
And they've done it the right way. Navigating complex regulatory landscapes and securing certifications from the FDA and CE.
Right.
Proving their commitment to meeting the highest international quality and safety standards.
Their partnership with RH, their exclusive distributor in the US, is a great example of their strategic approach.
How so?
RH recently brought in new management with extensive experience in the respiratory device industry, signaling a strong commitment to growth.
That's a great sign.
And their expanded agreement with RH, which includes the addition of new product lines and an expansion into Canada, further solidifies their presence in North America.
They're not just entering these markets.
Nope.
They're strategically positioning themselves for long-term success.
Exactly.
Their ability to secure and strengthen key partnerships like this is crucial for navigating the complexities of global expansion.
Absolutely.
It shows they understand the importance of local expertise and strong distribution networks.
And their commitment to tailoring their strategies to different markets is another key factor in their global success.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In the US, for example, they're leveraging their price advantage and targeting the durable medical equipment channel, where cost considerations are paramount.
That makes sense.
While in Europe, they're focusing on building relationships with distributors and establishing their cloud platform to tap into well-established healthcare systems.
Interesting.
It's a nuanced approach that recognizes the unique dynamics of each market.
It's clear they're not just trying to replicate their success in China.
Right.
They're adapting and innovating to meet the specific needs of each market they enter.
Now, while they've achieved remarkable success, it's important to acknowledge that BMC Medical, like any company, faces challenges.
The competitive landscape in the respiratory health space is constantly evolving.
Right.
They need to stay ahead of the curve in terms of innovation and market adaptation.
Yeah.
What are some of the potential roadblocks they might encounter?
One challenge they'll need to address is the potential for regulatory changes. Especially in key markets like the US and Europe. The healthcare regulatory environment can be quite dynamic, and any shifts in regulations could impact their growth trajectory.
Right.
They'll need to stay agile and responsive to navigate these changes effectively.
That's a good point.
And while they've made significant progress in building their brand, they'll need to continue investing in brand awareness and customer engagement, particularly in markets where they're relatively new.
Right.
Building trust and recognition takes time and effort.
For sure.
They'll need to continue to tell their story, highlight their commitment to quality and innovation, and demonstrate their deep understanding of patient needs.
Makes sense.
It's an ongoing process, but it's essential for building a strong and sustainable brand.
Another challenge they might face is managing their global supply chain effectively as they expand into new markets. Ensuring they can consistently deliver high-quality products at competitive prices will be crucial.
It will be.
Any disruptions to their supply chain could impact their ability to meet demand and maintain their reputation.
That's a critical consideration. They'll need to have robust systems in place to manage their supply chain, mitigate risks, and ensure they can adapt to unforeseen circumstances.
Right.
A resilient supply chain is the backbone of any successful global company, especially in the healthcare sector.
But despite these challenges, BMC Medical's future looks bright.
It does.
They're addressing a growing global need with innovative and accessible solutions.
They are.
They've got a strong track record, a compelling product portfolio, and a clear vision for the future.
And perhaps most importantly, they have a deep commitment to improving the lives of people with respiratory conditions.
Yeah.
That dedication, combined with their strategic approach and relentless pursuit of innovation, positions them well for continued success.
It's a story that we'll be following closely.
Absolutely.
We'll be back after a short break with some final thoughts and key takeaways from our deep dive into BMC Medical.
Sounds good.
And we're back for the final stretch of our deep dive into BMC Medical. You know, their story is a perfect example of how a company can achieve remarkable success by combining strategic vision with a dedication to meeting real-world needs.
Absolutely.
What stands out to you as their most significant achievement so far?
Well, I think their ability to adapt and capitalize on the disruption caused by the Philips Respironics recall is incredibly impressive.
Right.
They didn't just ride the wave, they paddled hard and came out on top.
I completely agree. Achieving nearly 18% global market share in 2022 is no small feat.
Not at all. It wasn't just luck. They had laid the groundwork for this success.
Yeah.
By securing those crucial FDA and CE certifications early on,
Right.
They were ready to step onto the global stage when the opportunity arose.
That foresight really set them apart.
Yeah.
It highlights the importance of not just focusing on immediate gains, but also having a long-term vision and preparing for potential shifts in the market.
It's a valuable lesson for any company, really.
It is.
Solid groundwork and a commitment to meeting high standards can pay off in unexpected ways.
Absolutely. And as we've discussed, BMC Medical is well positioned to capitalize on the growing global demand for respiratory health solutions.
Definitely.
The rising prevalence of conditions like OSA and COPD, especially in rapidly developing markets like China, creates a significant need for accessible and effective treatment options.
And BMC Medical is uniquely positioned to meet that need.
They are.
Their commitment to providing high-quality devices at affordable prices, particularly in markets where healthcare coverage is still limited, is a game changer.
It is.
Their focus on innovation is also key. Their cloud platform, which connects patients and healthcare providers, is a forward-thinking solution.
Yeah.
That aligns perfectly with the growing trend towards remote monitoring and personalized care.
It's that combination of factors.
Yeah.
Their strategic vision, their commitment to affordability and accessibility, and their relentless pursuit of innovation that makes me so optimistic about BMC Medical's future.
They're not just participating in the market, they're actively shaping it. They're a company to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what they achieve in the coming years.
So for anyone listening who's interested in understanding the evolving landscape of respiratory health, here's the key takeaway.
Okay.
BMC Medical is a company that's not just keeping pace with change, but actively driving it.
Absolutely.
They're a force to be reckoned with, and their impact on how respiratory conditions are diagnosed, treated, and managed is only going to grow.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
And as we wrap up, here's a thought-provoking question for you to consider.
Okay.
BMC Medical is already making waves with their data-driven cloud platform.
Right.
Now imagine their potential as they further integrate AI and machine learning into that platform.
Wow.
Could we see a future where their devices can predict and prevent respiratory issues before they even arise?
That's a fascinating question. The intersection of respiratory health and AI is a frontier ripe with possibilities.
It is.
And with BMC Medical's dedication to innovation, they're certainly well-positioned to lead the charge in exploring this uncharted territory.
This has been a truly insightful deep dive.
It has.
Thank you for joining us on this exploration of BMC Medical.
It was my pleasure.
A company that's not just breathing new life into the respiratory health sector, but also shaping the future of healthcare.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, as always, keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll see you on our next deep dive.